Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of CCI Business Support Webinars co-financed by the European Social Funding. I am Luciana Raspai, Business Director at the Chamber, and I will be your host, but also your facilitator for this presentation on digital tools to build your project. I do hope that you all had a wonderful Easter weekend and also a safe one. For those who are joining us for the first time, and also a reminder for those who've been with us for the two past, the format, let me just remind you of the format of the webinar. So you will be having first the presentation that we'll be giving for approximately 40 to 45 minutes. Then we will have the question and answer segment. I encourage everyone during the presentation, you can jot your questions down in the comment section, or if you want to wait to ask your question directly after the presentation, you may do so. You may just use the emoji to raise your hand, and then the flow will be given to you. And then we will have the final remarks, and then we will be ending this webinar. I do hope that for those who have been with us since the beginning, that you have been getting a valuable amount of information in order to allow you to move forward in your new business journey. With no further ado, I am going to jump right into our presentation. But before I start, for those who were not there last week, exactly a week ago, I presented on the steps to create your business journey. And this is going to go in alliance with what I'm presenting this evening, because from the feedback of some persons who participated, it was a great amount of information, and some left with their heads swollen because it was so much of information. But I just had to give you all that information with the little time that I had. So I will just go over the steps of creating your business. As we learned last week, that there are fundamental steps that you have to do, you have to check in order to ensure that you're putting all the chances on your side in order to be able to carry out your business successfully. So we saw that, of course, the first thing, you have your idea. It is very good, but you need to be able to identify and be able to present your idea to in a very simple manner, and understand very quickly, who am I selling to, what am I selling, and how am I getting my service or product to my customers. Then you need to assess your suitability with the project. What is that? Is aligning your soft skills, your hard skills, your competences with the business that you want to venture into. And I'm going to use again the study case that we have been using since the beginning, which is the African restaurant that I would like to open. And when I talk about suitability with the project, today I want to open that African restaurant, but today, am I a chef? Can I cook for more than two persons? I will need to eventually either do a training, follow a training to become a cook, or to become a chef, or I will have to hire someone that has that competence and that skill. Also, there are different regulation that I have to that I have to do, which is the hygiene. So those are training that I will have to. So doing that assessment at the very beginning allows me to prepare my registration journey. The other step is assess the market analysis, which is very much important. What is that? Is you're going to assess the environment in which your business or product is going to enter. So of course, you're going to assess the environment, you're going to assess the competition, you're going to assess your customer, your target, in order to be able to do that marketing analysis. And what is that going to help you? Is going to help you for the following step, which is the marketing strategy. In order to be able to meet your target customer, you need to have those elements in order to be able to define your marketing strategy. And doing that, we are going to be having a presentation on the marketing mix this coming Thursday. So, and make sure that you do register. So doing that is going to allow you to define and work around 4 P's, which are the product, the place, the price, and the promotion. And working on those factors is going to help you to meet your target customer. Then the financial projection, we understood that it is very important that you have a clear visibility of what are your financial needs for your business. Then the other assessment is going to be the legal assessment, which is going to allow you to use the different criterias in order to be able to decide how am I going to register my business accordingly to my project, according to my personal situation. And then all of those steps are going to help you to build your business plan, and then after be able to register your business. So this is what we saw, and you're probably asking yourself, oh my gosh, this is a lot of information. How am I going to be able to register, be able to build my business journey following all of that? So we know that today the world is being digitalized, everything is being accessible to us very easily. So we have actually applications, digital application that can help us to build our business project actually. So this is what I am going to be presenting to you this evening. With no further ado, we continue. So this evening, I will be presenting the CCI Business Builder application, the complementary tools, and then we will jump into the question and answer segment. So the objective of the presentation this evening is to help you to learn and understand the Business Builder application so you can start building your business idea, and also present the complementary tools that are at your availability. As I was saying just now, last week, I gave you the different steps, and you're probably asking, oh, how do I go about pre- building those steps in a methodology way, because I'm lost with all this information. And that is what the CC Business Builder is actually going to do. But before I continue, let us just have a quick overview of what is the CCE Business Builder application. So it is a platform that was created by the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry for chambers of commerce on the national on in the on the national territories. So it means that it is an application that is linked to all the chambers. So what is that application is going to do? It's going to help you to build your project in a methodologiquement, and also help you to write a professional business plan. So once you're using this application, you will be able to access useful resources for your project and also get in touch with a specialized advisor from the CCESM. As I mentioned just now, it is an application that was created for the Chamber of Commerce, but mainly for entrepreneurs to help them better prepare their business journey. So that is what it's going to do. The strength of this application, because I've started using it recently, and the strength of it is that it's very simple to use. It is a free application that is very important to highlight. You get to build all of the different steps of the business journey. You have competency tests, which I was talking about just now, which are the suitability of yourself, making that assessment to ensure that you are in alignment with your project. You're able to do those assessments. There is also a free entrepreneur guide that is very much detailed, that is at your disposal. Let's say that you are in one of the stages, you are currently building your financial projection, and you may have a question, you're working on your business plan in the evening, and you have a question and you're not able to get that answer you're not able to get in contact with an advisor because it's in the evening, you have that resources that is at your disposal and that can actually help you and answer your question in order to help you to move forward. And the other highlight of this application is that it's a business plan editor, meaning that as you go along building and working on the different phases, your business plan is actually being compiled for the end. Once you're finished, you will be able to print out a complete A to Z, all depends, of course, on how you're going to be working on it, A to Z business plan, which will be complete, and you will be able to present that, of course, to your advice, to any financial investors, to your business partners, to anyone who would like to get information on your business. So that is the highlight of the CCI Business Builder application. So again, there is a great wealth of information and knowledge and resources that is available on that platform. So it's definitely something that you should not neglect using. So I'm just going to go into the highlights, of course, of the highlights of the application. So the first is the competency tests. When venturing into business, there are four main, I would say, main competence that you need to have, which is strategy overall, how to strategize your business idea, marketing strategy, finance, and of course, digitalization, as this is where the world is going today. So you need to assess what is your level of competencies in those four areas. And on the business plan application, you have a survey that allows you to do that assessment. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's a multiple choice questions, and once you're finished, you will be able to get the correction at the end with a diagram that presents, as you can see on the slide, that present what is your level of competence in each area and what are those that you should work on. Those for which you're lacking a great wealth of competence, the chamber aligns also different training. Also, we have the webinars. We will be having workshop also to help you to gain the competencies and knowledge in those different areas. Also, you will be able, if you know that your strength is not in marketing strategy, therefore you have trainings, but you're also able to call upon a consultant or someone, an expert in that field, to assist you in that. But again, you're able to make that assessment on your own. There are tests that are done actually by researchers in university who are specialized in entrepreneurship. So they have put together those awesome assessment actually to help you move forward. Another highlight, as mentioned, the entrepreneur guide. So the entrepreneur guide is, as you can see here, there are approximately 10 categories actually, and you have full access to that guide. Unfortunately, I didn't mention that at the beginning. The CCA Business Builder application, unfortunately, it is an application that is exclusively in French. However, I know that they are currently looking into having it in English, and I do hope that that will be very soon. That is something that we, the CCASM, also brought forward to the developers, that it would be good that we can also access that application in English. However, you will be able, and I will show you just now, you will be able to fill in the business builder in English, though all the information, well, the categories are in French. But the business guide is only in English, only in French, sorry, unfortunately. But again, you're always able to copy paste the information that you want, and you just use a translator for the information that you use. So what that is going to help you with, it will help you gain knowledge on the methodology, on the theories that you need to know pertaining to the creation of your business. You also have a multitude of study case in the guide that helps you to relate your project or helps you to better understand the specific theme or question that you may be asking yourself. You also have a great wealth of videos. Unfortunately, they are only in French also, but that's good. It's going to help you to work on your French. And you also have different links, also different resources link. So you see that that guide is a lot of information and a lot of resource. And what I encourage entrepreneur to do is to have that as their entrepreneur Bible, the one, the document, the guide that you is your go-to document for anything related business. And also the chamber have a training for new business entrepreneur, which is a full week where you get to see all of those different the different aspect of running and opening a business. So during in the business builder application, you will be able to work on, like as mentioned, the different step of your business journey. Last week, Thursday, we had Mr. Jarnell who gave us a wonderful presentation on the business model, and he presented also the business model Canva. What is the business model Canva is actually a thinking tool that is going to allow you to understand how your company will be creating value and understanding also the environment in which it will be evolving in. So you have this Canva, and that is presented this as presented on the slide, that is actually going to help you to map out the different element of your business model and help you to be able to understand, and then after you're able to write out what is your business model looking like. So you see, it helps you to, I would say, demystify, if I want to use that word, demystify and understand in a very more simple manner the different elements of the business model. Also, by each category, you also have a little window that is going to explain you what element you should be putting there just in case you don't understand. And then you will be able to have a complete business model. Here, I actually use, you're probably not able to see it fully, but I was able to use that template for the business idea of the African restaurant and using that study case to actually fill out the business model. So again, another step of the business journey that you're able to fine tune. And it's not, you don't only have the business model Canva, you have other questions, other questionnaires that is going to actually help you to iron out and define your business model. The study market, very important. So after you do your business plan, and you will also see that on the application, all of the categories are in a very logic, I would say in a logic range. So therefore you're able to follow and build your project accordingly to the different steps that we saw. However, you are able, if maybe your request to use the business builder might be to just use the financial projection template, you can do so. So you're not obliged to use all of the categories. However, if you want to have a complete business plan, it is required that you do all the different steps of the business plan. So on the application, you have a segment for to help you with the study market, which is, we saw just now, the study market. Why is it important? It allows you to know the environment in which your business or service is actually going to enter, analyze your competitors, analyze your suppliers, understand your suppliers, understand the regulation pertaining to the legal regulation pertaining to that activity and its industry. Also understand your competitor, your customers, what they're looking for, what they want, how do they buy. So that study market is going to help you. And Again, what is the study market is just a work of exploration intended to analyze, measure, and understand the real functioning of the actors of a market and that will become after your market. So, like I mentioned, offer, customers, competitors, and your positioning. You also have in this application a lot of analysis tools that is going to help you to strategize in a very simple manner. To give an example, you have the SWOT analysis. What is the SWOT analysis? You're going to be, it's actually a strategic planning and strategic management technique that is usually used to help a person or organization to identify their strength, their weakness, their opportunities, and also the threats related to the business competition or the project planning. And another tool that you have inside of that application is the pestle analysis, which is another tool which is going to help you to gain a macro picture of what the industry of the industry environment. So you're going to get a bigger picture actually of what the industry looks like. And what the pestle is going to focus on is going to help you to stand on the political, economic, social, technology, the legal, and the environmental factors of the environment. So it's going to allow you to form an impression of the factors that might have an impact on your new business. So that part is very important again. So you see, as we go along, we're getting to build we're following the different steps of the business creation, and we're able to actually put together our business plan. So once you've done that assessment, we move to the financial plan. Last week when I presented the different steps when it came to the financial plan, the financial projection, I mentioned that there are three important summary documents, which are the financial plan, the income statement, and the cash flow projection. So when building your project, it is very much important that you work on those three documents. Why? Because those three documents are going to help you to understand how much money do you need to in order for you to go into business, understand how much expenses you're going to have as you start the business, and also to understand, to know if your projections, as in when you do your expenses versus your revenue, if you're going to be generating a profit or a loss. It is very much important. And what the business builder application is going to help you to do in a very simple manner, where you're going to be entering those information, the three document that I just mentioned are going to be built as we go along, and you continue to build as you continue to prepare your financial projection. So just to give a brief presentation, of course, for those who were not there last week, so the incomes, that the financial plan actually is going to help you to assess all of your expenses and allow you to assess how much, what are what are your personal investment, what you can invest in the company, and allow you to leverage and see how much money do I have to go and seek, whether it may be by my local bank, whether it may be by funding institutions, whether it may be by a godfather or godparent, or a business person who wants to venture into you. You have to be able to have those figure and know how much money, and be able to present that in a very simple manner to those person that I just listed. So that's what the financial projection is going to do. Then the income statement. The income statement is going to ensure the financial profitability of your project. So that's where, after you list, of course, the expense and your revenues, you're going to um, be able to outline what is the break even point of expense and revenue. So that will allow you, as mentioned, to know if you will be making a profit or if you will be losing revenues. That's when you do revenue minus expenses. If you're generating a loss, therefore you will have adjustments to do. Either you reduce your expenses or you will have to increase on your sales. The Business Builder application will also help you to identify the intermediate management balance. What is that? It's multiple indicators actually that are going to help, that you're going to be able to use to assess the management of your business from an analytic point of view, meaning in a general view of, is my business being managed well? Am I um, am I able to work on the figures, the numbers effectively? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to increase? What do I need? So those are factors that you will be able to outline within the Business Builder application. Then the 3-year financing, this is also another document that you'll be able to get from the Business Builder, and I did talk about that last week. The 3-year financing plan. So you're going to have the financing plan, which is going to be outlined on 1 year. So those are the investment that you need to do, and then to start off the business. And then you're going to have the financial plan, which is going to be laid out on the first and the second year. And that is going to focus on the development of your business. The cash flow projection, very much important. And also the Business Builder application would also be able to generate that document for you. What is it? Is an organization of the monthly cash receipt and disbursement that you are going to be doing throughout the course of your business. And that is going to help you to decide if it's a good time to invest cash into your business or if it's time to save money. So having that cash flow projection actually can help you to strategize, help you to plan, but it's also a good sign for your bank that they are going to be able to see that, hey, you can be a good credit, you are at a good credit risk. So therefore, they are going to be willing to venture into that project with you and be able to finance your project, and that you're also able to pay back your loan if, of course, it is granted. So when venturing into your business, if, like I mentioned just now, if at the point of your business journey, if for whatever reason you may need to register your business quickly because you have an opportunity and you're going on the Business Builder, you can exploit just the financial part of the Business Builder to allow you to be able to generate those documents so you can present them to the bank. Because when you're also opening a professional account, those are also documents that they ask you to present. So maybe you might not be in a situation where you can actually approach an expert to do that for you. So you have that application where you're able to just work on that and not the entire business plan, and you'll be able to export only those documents for the benefit, of course, of whether it may be to present to your bank or financer in an emergency case. We're continuing to move forward into the business plan. So the business plan builder, the third highlight, as mentioned, is the CCISM plan, business plan editor. So as mentioned, this application is going to help you to edit a business plan from A to Z, but from A to Z would require that you work on all the different elements of the business plan. And what I have on the slide is a template of a recent business who created their business using the business builder application, Swali Against Lines, and they were able to work on their business project from A to Z, and they were able to actually export a complete business plan editor. So the highlights, you're able to edit your complete business plan from A to Z. You can also attach related documents. You can also upload your logo on the business plan. As you can see on the picture, they inserted their logo. So you're able to do that. If you have maybe picture, let's say it's a product that you're going to be selling, you're able to download, upload the photos of the product that you're selling and be able to have those inserted. If you're doing your study market and you were able to gather information or work on a document where you have pictures inserted and everything, you're also able to insert that. And another aspect of it, another highlight, is you're able to convert documents from Excel, Word, and also PDF, which is very, very good. So again, why is it important to have a business plan? And what is it? What is it mainly? Because I've been working at the chamber for 10 years. And when you talk about business plan with entrepreneurs, it's like you're actually swearing at them. It's like, oh my God, she's sending me back to school, or she's sending me to waste another 20 days, another 2, 3 months, and I have to move forward with my project. But the business plan, what it is concretely, it's just a structured document that summarizes your business project. It's your roadmap that you can communicate to anyone who's interested in your project. And when building your business plan, you're able to evaluate, and also persons who are receiving your business plan are able to evaluate the relevance of your project, and not just you coming and say, I'm going to open a car rental. I'm going to open a car rental. I want my car rental to be, I'll say, I said anything. Yeah? I want it to be on the waterfront. Why you want it to be on the waterfront? Did you make any assessment of the market? How many car rentals are there? How many passengers do we have passing there? Um, what are their habits in renting a car? So when you have a business plan, it means that you took the time to evaluate the relevance of your project. You were able to assess what are your qualities and assets in line, what that are in line with that project. You're also able to present what is your choosing strategy and how you're going to enter the market and also reach your target customer. You're also able to present what are your objectives and how you are going to meet those objectives with your financial projection, with your study market, with your marketing strategy. And you're able to also present what are the means that are going to be implemented for for your business project. So having a business plan is going to actually reinforce the credibility of your project. And you don't need to do that alone. That's why the CCI Business Builder was actually created for persons who are completely lost and don't know how to go about, or don't have the strategic, I would say, habit, or the strategic mean, or the strategic knowledge to build their project, and want to have something where that is user friendly, that they can work on it at any time. Maybe you work in the day, you want to be able, and you're not able to come in at the chamber, you're able to do that. And also allow you to be able to work on your own, but also be able to get a support from an advisor from the chamber. And that's what the business builder is for. Help you to work on your project and get, of course, a support from the advisor from the chamber. So today I want to say that you have no more reason, actually, or no more excuse, actually, to come to me or go to any bank or any investor and say, I want to open my business without having a business plan. It is too easy and too accessible today for you to work at a minimum on your business plan. Again, the business plan does not need to be 40 or 100 page. what we need to ensure that what you need to ensure in your business plan is that it has the right information to be able to convince, persuade those and persuade those who wants to or thinking on joining that entrepreneurship venture with you. So you have no excuse as of today to jump on CCE, it's on Business Builder, CCE.fr, and build your project. And how do you do that? So you log on the platform. On the platform, you have the link. I'll give you some time to take down the link just in case you did not take it down since you were talking. Again, as mentioned, it is a platform that is exclusively in French. However, you can fill in the information in English. It will be, however, it will be kind of tiresome for you because, well, the only English speaking persons, because you will have to either get someone to translate for you what it means, or you have to copy paste every time and go and translate it. But you're able to write out and fill in every single thing. Of course, the numbers remains the numbers, but you'll be able to fill in completely everything. And when you're going to export your business plan now, the categories are going to be in French, but you can always translate them into you can always translate them. Once you export and you're able to modify your PDF document, you will be able to do so. So log on the platform and then you sign up on Se Connecter. Once you do that, you fill in your personal information and then you start your journey. So as mentioned just now, once you sign up and you start filling in your information, you're going to have a dashboard of your account and you're going to see how you have been how complete is your profile. So here on the picture, you can see that I only fill out 21%. So it means that I will have to log in and fill in other information. You also have the resources that are available. You also have a frequently asked question link, so you can see what are the different questions that person have been asking. Perhaps that question came to mind, and you would like to get the answer quickly. And you also have the guide, the entrepreneur guide, as I mentioned just now. Then the first step, which is a test that I really love, before you even decide, hey, I am going to take that leap of faith, you have a number of tests that is going to help you to determine your determination, evaluate and make an assessment of your character traits and your skills and ability. And that those tests are going to help you to become more aware of your assets, as well as what are the areas that you need to develop, and also help you to know what type of persons you need to surround yourself with. Because if you know that you are a person once stress happens, you don't know how to manage stress, you start freaking out. Maybe you might need, whether it doesn't necessarily need to be a business partner, but maybe it can be your mother to be there with you so she can help you calm and strategize. And yeah, so the test for determination is going to allow you to see how bad do you want this business, and how and if you are ready to venture down entrepreneurship journey. Because sometimes we would say, yes, I want to go into business. But then when we register the business, um, we want to close the, let's say it's a store. I'm going to take the example of my restaurant. I want to be closing down the restaurant very early because right now it's carnival season and I want to go fat. And I have clients who came in specifically to go eat at my restaurant. Or yesterday I had a big service and I'm tired and I can't deal with that. So tomorrow morning I'm not getting up. The restaurant is going to close, or I need to do certain training in order to be able to align my suitability with the project. And I'm just keeping putting that back because I worrying on other things. So it is important that you do this assessment at the very beginning to know and to understand how ready you are ready to go into business. So I encourage you to do those tests. Then the test of character is going to allow you to know your profile and your personality, what you're good at, and the things that you need to work on. And the skills and ability is going to help you to evaluate the level of your internal resource, your internal resources, know-how, your attitude, your interpersonal skills. I'm going to take, for instance, if in my case, I am a people's person, but I hate waking up in the morning. I hate waking up early in the morning. I do that only for work and maybe for Juve. But um, I need to know, okay, if you're going to have a restaurant, it will require that you get up early because you have to prepare the dinner, the lunch service. So I need to get up early. If not, I will have to make a decision. Okay, only going to be a dinner restaurant. So I would be able to, okay, I know that, hey, this, I can't deal with this, or if yes, I'm going to be doing lunch service, therefore I will need to work with that. So it is important that you do those tests and align them to your business activity and project. So once you do that and the results shows you what you need to work on and you make that agreement, you make that agreement with yourself that yes, I'm ready, I'm going to do the work that is necessary for that. Sorry. Then you can definitely take that leap of faith and click on finalement je vais me lancer. So it means finally I'm going to start my business. Then the next step, once you click on that, it means that you're into working on your business project. So you're going to have to talk briefly, and that's what I was talking about just now when I talk about the idea. You need to be able to present your business idea in a very simple manner and be able to give it a name. So for my restaurant, it's going to be the Motherland. Si vous, I'm going to start talking in French. Then they ask you to describe your project in a very simple manner. If you had to describe, what would it be? For me, it would be a gastronomic restaurant with African specialties, Cameroonese, Ivoirian, and Moroccan. And you also get to set a date. And I think that that is very much, I like that idea. And I find it's very much important that you set a date of when you would like to start your business. And that is actually going to help you to discipline yourself because you actually put down a date on you starting your business. So in my case, I put Saturday, the 12th of November, which is we are in the peak of we're starting the high season, and I would like to start my business. So I know that from today up until the 12th of November, I have work to do in order to be able to launch my business on that date. You're always able to change that date. You can put it before or you can put it after, but it keeps you on your toes as into what you said that you were going to do. You said that you want to be open, so you know, instead of probably going to the village tonight, you're going to have to sit that out and you're going to have to sit down and work on your project because you want it to be out at this date. And what is good about the Business Builder project, it actually allows you to work at your own pace. Even though you may put a date, it's not going to tell you or shut down because you didn't meet the time frame requirement. It's you're free to work at your own pace, and that's what I love about it actually. And once you fill those information and you're validated, your account has been fully created. And here you have all the different, on your left you have all the different categories, which are the different stages of the business creation that you're going to work on. Faire le point is working on your suitability with the project. Present yourself in the project, study your market and its potential, plan out your activity, and define the financial projections also. You can also adjust your financial projection, finalize your business plan, and export your business plan. In the middle tab, you have a percentage, which is allowing you to see how you're advancing in your project. So here, 0%, it means that I have done zero. I have not worked on my project at all. And then on the lower tab, you're able to request a support from an advisor at the chamber. There is I will be presenting the fee for that. So you're able to request that you would like to be followed or assisted by an advisor for your business plan. Again, you can work on your business plan alone, but the drawback doing that is that you're not going to get a support and assistance on if you're doing this well, if and get advice as, oh, maybe you should work on this, you should work on that. So that is one of the advantage of actually getting an advisor. But like I mentioned, if you want to work on that, you're able to do so on your own. Also, something that I did not mention, if you use the CCI Business Builder application and you work through the entire process, the entire categories, you will be able after to validate a certain competences that you're able. One of them is you're able to strategize a business startup. So you will be able to validate that competence. So we will be putting out that information, but those would only be for persons who work through the business plan from A to Z. So once you start working on the business plan, you're going to see that, so the advancement project tab is going to move forward, and you will be seeing, of course, how much percentage. When it reaches to 100%, it means that you've worked on your complete business plan and you're able to export it. Then when you have an advisor that is actually following you for your project, when you work on a tab, your advisor is going to review your work. It's like you're doing homework actually. And I like that because I get to be a teacher, and you're able to actually push entrepreneurs and say, hey, I was on your business plan yesterday and I saw that you didn't do anything. So we have an appointment. So definitely you need to log in and work on. So actually your advisor is also like one of your motivation and a support and a boost also for you, because I've noticed that persons that, you know, have their daily routine, whether they may be an entrepreneur, whether they may be a an employee, it is very difficult for them to actually discipline themselves and sit down and just work on their business project. So it is good to actually have the advisor, because he's going to be there and boost you and say, hey, we have meeting, you had to work on your questionnaire for your survey for for the study market. Did you do that? What was the results? And so forth. And like I mentioned, it's a very, I would say, intuitive and French would say intuitive application. I don't know if you say it in English, but I'll look that up later. So it is very friendly user and very friendly user application, very easy to use. There's no complication. There's also a message exchange that you can also use. If you don't want to use email with your advisor, you can also use that application to communicate with your advisor. You also have notifications. If you forget to do something, you will get a reminder. So yes, another thing that is very interesting with this tool is that you're able to work on multiple projects at the same time. So maybe you may have a restaurant idea, you may have a consultant idea, and you do not want to have those in the same business, you want to have separate businesses, you can work on multiple business plan with that same account. You'll see, you'll just have to create a new project, and you just create that project and you name it, and then you start working on it accordingly. What is also good in that is that, let's say it's multiple persons who are working on the project, it's 2 3 of you in the project, you guys are able to work on the business project together, each at their home, and you log on and you're able to work all together on the application. So I find that to be very cool, actually very cool to be able to work like that. So again, the business builder application, a free application at your disposal, at any time you want to, and let's say you wake up, you're probably sleeping, and you get you get a hint of something that you need to add in your business model. You can get up at any time and just log in and fill in that information. So again, you have no more excuse to not present a business plan for your business. So I talked a lot about the business builder application, and because it's one of the best one out there. It's one of the best one. But as mentioned and earlier in the objective of the presentation, it's also to present the other tools and resources that are at your availability. However, I will not be going into details with them as I did with the Business Builder application. You have BPI France Création, and that is a link, and I encourage you to take down the link also for that website. It is a institution actually that promotes and support business adventure, and you on their website you're going to find a whole wealth of information, whether it may include how to register, legal information. You also have a great amount of information pertaining to activities. Let's say you're venturing into, I'll take my case, restaurant activity. They have a whole document on restaurant. What is the regulation, what you need, what are the trainings that you need to do, when you need to register your business. You also have an application on this website that helps you to identify what legal form you can choose, answering simple questions. So that is definitely a website that you want to have in your favorites. And they also have a business plan application, which is less, I would say, less detailed and complete from the CCI Business Builder, but it can also be a tool if maybe you may feel more comfortable on that application. You can also check out that website as well. You also have CCI Store, which is a platform of different digital application that is specific to Chamber of Commerce also. And all of the digital application that are there are made for entrepreneurs, whether it may be applications or tools for you to start up your business, whether it may be you already have your business and you're looking for digital solutions to help you with your development, or actually help you with your creation, help you with your marketing strategy, or you want to do an assessment. So you have a lot of different applications and tools on that website. You also have Création Entreprise by INSEE, which is the National Institute of Statistic and Economic Studies also. So you can also use that website for statistic information. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of information on St. Martin, a lot of data on St. Martin, but they do have a great wealth of information pertaining to number of companies registered in St. Martin, so you're able to get those statistics if you want to carry out a study market. And another link that is important is the ENPI, which is the National Institute for Intellectual Property. If you are in your business creation stage and you may have a brand, a logo, or an invention that you would like to register, it will be on that website, and they also have a wealth of information also. So those are just a few links to mention, but of course you have a plethora of information, digital information at your disposal. So I've reached the end of my presentation. I do hope that I was able to present the CCI Business Builder in a very clear manner, and bring forth a clear understanding of what it is and how the CCI, the chamber, can also help you in building your business project, and that I was also able to help you to understand once more, for those who were there and those who were not present at last week's presentation, understand what are the benefits actually of following the fundamental steps for you to create your business. So we're now jumping right into the question and answer. And while I pull up the question, I'm seeing that I don't have any questions. Oh yes, I do have questions. So, well, we have someone who shared great information with us and let you know that if you're using Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome browsers, there is a translate option at the top near the address bar. So you're able to do translation of information that you want or pages if that might be a struggle for you. I have a first question. Can you explain a bit more in details of the essence of the assistance offered by the chamber with the business builder and how can I apply? Sure, I definitely can. And thank you for that question. So the chamber recently launched a business support program, which is co-financed by the Social European Funding. So that program aims to help new entrepreneurs actually venturing into entrepreneurship and helping them to better prepare themselves for the new journey it may be. And within that program, you have the webinars, you have trainings, you have workshop, but you also have a business support, a personalized business support. So that support, what is going to help you to? It's going to, you're going to have a dedicated advisor who is going to be at your disposal for a number of appointments, of course. If my knowledge is correct, I believe it's 16 appointments. So you're going to be able to sit down with that advisor as you work on your business plan with the business in the CCI Business Builder application. You're going to be able to get that support to ensure that you are doing the right thing using the tool. So you're going to be able to benefit from that support and service that the chamber is launching for only 220 euros. That support is evaluated at a cost of 1,200 euros, but we were able to obtain that financing from the Social European Fund. And that's how we're able actually to bring forth that services at a very advantageous price for our entrepreneur. So that's how the CCE will be able to assist you with the business builder. We also have, and I'm going to talk about, we also will be having a workshop for those who still are lost and would feel more comfortable if they come in at a workshop with their computer and where we help them do the very first step, do the tests, register, and get the kickstart for on the business builder application. So that's how the CCE will be able to actually assist you. Do hope I was able to give an answer to that. I have another question. Can I use this if I already have a business but want to put a specific project in place within that existent business? So yes, you can definitely use the application even though you already have a business. And your question is a very good one because you are in the process actually of integrating a new project within that specific business. So therefore, you have to go through all the different steps. Some of them you will have to, you will be able to go over them very quickly because you're not even, you will have to go through all the steps because maybe the new project that you're actually going to integrate might require that you do some adjustment within the financial plan. You may have to maybe change your legal form. So therefore, you will be able to use the business plan, and you will actually, when you're using it, you're going to be using it like it's a new project, though the business is already in place. So yes, certain things you'll be able to go over them quickly because you already have the information, but you will be able to use the business plan just as if it was a new business. And what is good with the CCE business plan, and again, that question is very good. It's not only for new businesses, as in I'm not registered as yet. You can be developing a new product, a new service, and you still want to be able to assess that viability of that new service, new project. So therefore you can also use the business plan. And also, when you're going to, let's say you're already registered, in the case of the entrepreneur who's asking the question, maybe that new service will require that you go and mobilize new finances for your project. So therefore you will be able to present them also with the business plan to integrate that new project. So yes, you can. Following question: if I'm an English speaker, can someone at the chamber assist me with the business builder during the session? Yes, you can. Yes, but I just sounded like I'm just sounding like Obama. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Well, yes, you can actually. So yes, at the chamber, we have fluent English and French speaking advisors. So if you are a English speaker, we will be able to assist you. I'm currently working with someone on the business plan who is more comfortable filling it out in English. So this is how we're doing. She actually copy pasting every time, translating. Now we know that with the Google Chrome, we are able to translate, get the translation. So I will actually share that with her. I actually share that with her tomorrow. So we can assist you. But again, just like I've been saying, your business plan, when we're going to export it, it's going to be in English pertaining to the information that you've written, but you will have to change the labelings, the subtitles, the titles and subtitles. You will have to translate them also once you export. However, I'm going to seize this opportunity, which is brings another point that I want to make. With the you having an advisor at the chamber does not mean that we're actually going to be doing the business builder for you. The support that we're going to be providing is that we're going to be working hand in hand with you. So you're going to be, of course, working on your business plan, and we're going to be assisting you and guiding you with the information that you're going to be putting in, and of course with the different assessment and analysis that you're going to be doing. So filling out, signing up for that support, that business support, is going to require, of course, discipline, and it's going to require that you do homework at home. Yes, homework. It's going to require that. Even if you're doing also on your own, it's going to require that you discipline yourself, and that you say, hey, every Sunday or twice a week, I'm going to be working on my business plan. If you do not discipline yourself to do that, you will find yourself with an empty business plan at the end of the year, or when the date that you've set come, you're going to find yourself with an empty business plan. I have another question. Is this business plan recognized by other institutions? So that is a very good question. So the CCI Business Builder application is a free application that you can use at your own pace, at your own, and you're able to export it. Using an advisor from the CCI, once you click that you're going to request support, you would like to get requests from an advisor from the chamber. So this means that your business plan is going to be labeled CCESM. Well, it's going to be labeled that you got a support from a professional. So that is actually going to give more, I would say, more value to your business plan, because it's going to show that, hey, I just didn't get up with no knowledge and start writing out a business plan. I was actually able to mobilize and get advice from an expert on the field that actually validated because what is going to happen when you actually get an advisor, every time that you pass a category, the advisor actually needs to go on the app and verify what the information that was answered, verify of the accuracy of the information, and validate it. And then, so every information that you put in, your advisor actually needs to validate it. And then at the end, you will have, when you're going to export, you're going to have that your business builder was edited and you got a support by the CCISM. And that is actually going to give your business plan more value when you go to the bank, when you go to investors, because they're going to see that, hey, you were able to get professional advice on that. And I believe that that was the last question. Before I close the question and answer, I will just verify if there's anyone who would like to ask a direct question, who didn't put their question in the comment section, but would like to put up their hand and ask a question. No? If you don't, I'm going to wrap up because I want to go village. All right, so I believe that we don't have any further question. However, before everyone ran off, I would please ask you to take the time to fill out our survey. It takes just a few minutes of your time while I do the closing remarks. So again, I thank you for participating in this webinar this evening. I do hope that the information that was provided was very much informative and that you're able to move a step further and your business journey. As a reminder of the services that the CCESM will be offering. So we have a workshop that is set for June 7th, 2022, which is going to be starting your business plan. As mentioned, this is a workshop, so it will not be online. It will be a physical workshop where you come in with your computer and we start building your business plan, as in get you up and running, do your assessments, and you get to ask the different questions that you would like to ask as well. The information for that workshop will be on our website as soon as possible. And the other services is the personalized business support that I talked about, which is for a cost of 220 euro. I've elaborated on the benefits that you can gain actually mobilizing that business support. And for information and within the framework of the program that we've launched, we're going to be able to accompany only 50 businesses from now until the end of the year. So if you want to be on part of those entrepreneurs who are getting that personalized business support, you need to jump on board as soon as possible. You have all the links, all the emails and links for those services. And if you have not done so as yet, I would like to remind you of our upcoming webinars. So on Thursday, we have the dynamic Joy Carty, who's a project manager, who will be presenting on elaborate your marketing mix. Remember, that is an important step within your journey where you get to define your methodology and how you're going to enter the market, how you're going to meet your customer targets. So you definitely want to register for that webinar. Then next week, Tuesday, we're going to be having Mr. Bruno Lise, who is a certified public accountant and who's going to be presenting on assessing the financial needs of your project. Again, another webinar that you definitely need to register. All the links for those webinars are already accessible on our website. So make sure that you go on our website, www.ccism.fr, and register. And then next week, Thursday, we will be having two financing institutions who will be presenting their financing program to you, which are Initiative Saint-Martin Active, and we will be having Adi, who will be presenting to you their financial solutions for your project. So again, those informations are available. Make sure to register as soon as possible. And if you don't have any further questions, I guess you don't have any. I'm still checking to see. Maybe a last man have a question. No. So I will now um, end this webinar. I do hope that, again, the information that was provided was valuable. And remember that the chamber is at your disposal if you may have any question, if you may need any further information, or maybe after this webinar a question comes up and you need the answer, do not hesitate to contact us for that so you can get the answer. Of course, it was a pleasure having all of you. I would like to apologize for the technical issues that I had earlier. Again, I believe that every time I have to present, that the computer does not want to work with me. So I think I'm going to stop presenting and just have persons presenting as of today. So yeah, so again, thank you all for participating and logging in this evening. I wish you all a wonderful evening and see you on Thursday. Remember to register for Thursday and for the upcoming. And don't forget, please, to fill out our survey. Thank you again and have a wonderful evening.